every champ has a core item, an item that they just love, an item they just need. They just need it. Like, it's their core item. I would say, what makes a core item for a champion? It's just an item that complements the kit almost perfectly. So what would that be for, like, Rammus? Well, okay. We know Rammus gains attack damage based off of his armor and magic resist, right? And his defensive curl, he gains more armor and magic resist for enemies that attack him, right? And he'll deal damage back to them when they attack him. So, you know an item that does that? Thornmail. Rammus's core item is Thornmail. It's just his best item. You can't really argue it. This item, once he builds Thornmail, he just shoots up in damage and, like, utility. Look at this. When struck by an attack, you deal magic damage based on your armor, and you apply grievous wounds to the attacker when you are attacked. It's Rammus's best item. You attack Rammus with this Thornmail, you're basically taking more damage. You're dealing more damage to yourself than you are to him by attacking him once he has Thornmail. It's his core item. Every champ in the game has a core item. After you build that core item, everything past that is just... You're just building as, like, deterrence, if that makes sense. So what does that mean? So let's say the entire enemy team is AP, ability power. You got mage in the top, mages bottom, mage mid, mage jungle. If there are 5 APs, you gotta go a Merc Treads. Look at Merc Treads. Your whole team, if there's 5 AP on the enemy team, your whole team needs to be building Merc Treads. Your whole team needs a Kaenic Rukern. Read what these things do. 400 health, 80 magic resist. These things are you are countering poor team composition. That's itemization. You build your core 1 or 2 items, and then you just build to counter the poor composition, the poor setup and damage comp of the enemy team. If there is an imbalance of damage types on the enemy team, you must take advantage of that with itemization. Build MR against heavy AP. Build armor against heavy AD. But you can't just go full tank on an AD carry. I guess if you could, if you know what you're doing. But you don't have to go full. Let's say you're playing Vayne, for example, and there's 5 AP. Well, I don't really want to build a Kaenic Rukern. That's a little bit much, right? That's a little much, because as an AD carry, you're gonna want to deal damage while also staying alive, right? That's really what you want to do. So instead of a Kaenic Rukern, you'd probably want to opt for a Wit's End, because you're an AD. You need attack speed, you need tenacity to get out of danger. It gives you magic resist, so that's a plus. And your attacks deal 45%, but there are so many items in the game that are designed to counter poor matchups. You gotta know what each item does and know how to itemize and know when to build. You wouldn't build a GA first item or second item. Why? Because GA is a late game item. Where's GA? I just saw it. Here it is. 45 armor, 55 attack damage. Well, they're heavy AD. Okay, I want to build a GA. No, not yet. Look at GA's cooldown, 300 seconds. GA is a late game item. There's early game items and there's late game items. You would build GA last item, and then while GA is on cooldown, sell the GA for maybe like a Jack Show. Or a Randuin's. Where's Jack Show? Look at Jack Show. Increase your bonus armor and magic resist by 30%. That's huge. But it's only more effective the later you buy it. You see what I mean? But I don't listen. I'm not even that good, right? Listen to this Challenger Briar one trick talk about itemization.
Yeah, so guys, again, man, so how does itemization work, right? You have your two main items that your champion just loves, and then you have everything else. Okay. Titanic is the best Briar item. We've already said that. If you don't get why, watch this video. It's a whole thing. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So then you build Titanic. Now second, you go Black Cleaver. Why Black Cleaver over Sundered Sky? More ability haste, and you have no way to kill Poppy without it. You have absolutely zero way to kill Poppy without it. You remember that time I was topside and killed her? Black Cleaver moment. It is the only way that you can kill this champion. And this champion will be hitting you. So now you have Titanic. It's the best item. You have Black Cleaver. It's the only way your team can kill this. Your third item goes to Spirit Visage or Sterix. Spirit Visage if you want Magic Resist. And then Sterix if you want Tenacity. Because you need Tenacity and Magic Resist against this team. All CC, all magic damage. And then once you have those two, right? You have Plated Steel Caps to stop the Twitch and Poppy damage. And then you have GA to round it out. So this is truly perfect BIS items. That's why I'm able to go 16-5 in this lobby and do whatever I want and look like I'm on creative mode. Because I have a perfect build against their team. Their team has a lot of flaws. So it's like, that's it.
So you are after your core items. So like a Thornmail. Let me sell some of this. A Thornmail. Dead Man's Plate for Rammus. I love Dead Man's Plate on Rammus. I also think this is a core item for Rammus. You build up the movement speed. He gets armor, move speed. It's so good. Reduce the effectiveness of slows, which is basically like tenacity. It's so super good on Rammus. After you build core items, you're building to exploit their faults. You are exploiting the faults of the enemy team's composition with itemization. A lot of AP, grab MR. A lot of AD, grab armor. Maybe they have a lot of healing. They got a lot of healing, grab something that gives you grievous wounds. Rammus already has it on his Thornmail. Build to exploit their weaknesses. That's how you itemize. You'll win so many more games if you can study the item catalog and know what to build, when to build it. You'll climb so fast.